Today we're making a fancy bacon. Great to eat on its own on a charcuterie board or a sandwich, but as well fantastic to cook with and add many layers of flavor to any dish you decide to add it to. The list of ingredients and the quantities are in the description of the video so that you may prepare in advance. But don't worry, I will mention them or list them as we go through the recipe as well. This specific process requires a wet cure, and for that we will create a simple but aromatic brine in which the bacon pieces will marinate for a couple of days. So we're starting with the brine because we want it to cool down fully before we can properly begin the process. So grab a kettle or a pot and boil 3 liters of water, and once the water is boiled, add the salt, spices and the herbs to the water and mix it well. Done? Now let it cool down to 5 Celsius or 41 Fahrenheit. In the meantime, let's prep the bacon, and by prep I mean cut it in small enough pieces that are going to be practical for you to use once the product is done. I have a 3 kilo piece of pork belly and I decided to cut it into 6 slabs because I love the classic bacon size and look. As soon as the brine is cold enough, put the bacon pieces in it, cover it with a lid and store it away for 4 days in a fridge or a cold cellar, making sure that the bacon is fully submerged under the brine. The important point to remember here is that we want the brining process to happen in a temperature ranging from 5 to 8 Celsius, no more. After the 4 days, we will take the bacon out of the brine and we will cook it in boiling water for 30 minutes. So grab a large enough pot and heat up some water to 75 Celsius. A cooking probe here is a huge asset, and anybody cooking daily should have one. We don't want the water to be hotter than 75 Celsius because that will overcook the meat and will end up with some soft, flimsy end product. The only role of the temperature here is to kill any pathogens and make the meat safe to eat. Once the water reaches 75 Celsius, add the bacon in. You will notice that the temperature of the water will go down a bit, so wait until the water reaches again 75 Celsius and then start the timer for 30 minutes. Again, we will cook the bacon at medium to low temperature for 30 minutes, so not to overcook the meat. Once the time is up, take out the bacon, allow it to cool down a bit, and then pat it dry with some paper towels. It is essential that the bacon is fully dried up before the next stage. Alternatively, you can hang it in a cold place to air dry for 24 hours. The reason why we want the bacon to be dry is because next we will smoke it, and the smoke will not stick to the meat if it's wet or even moist. Speaking of smoking, I used 2 sessions of 3 hours each to smoke this amazing bacon, and I primarily use apple, cherry and plum wood to do it. You can use whatever wood is traditionally used to smoke pork in your area or what's available. The color that this product has when smoked is outstanding, and although we can stop here and start enjoying this meat, I love to go a bit further and coat this bacon into a wine and spice mix that will add more flavors and aromas to the final product. So if you're like me, as soon as the bacon comes out of the smoker, coat it in this spice mix. See the ingredients here. Lastly, we'll hang them to air dry for 2 days or 48 hours in a cold, dry place. And we're done. The long wait has finally come to an end and we can enjoy this special bacon. And no matter if you like to serve it on a meat board or cook a mean potato stew with it, this bacon will take your cooking and eating to a whole new level. Trust me, take this baby out when you have some guests over and you'll impress the heck out of them. You'll thank me later. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, give it a like and share it with others. This deserves to get out there and be enjoyed by many palates. I would really enjoy to see you in any of my next videos, so please subscribe to stay connected. Bye bye.